Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions.
You're watching Young Tripp Reactions, the show where rapper Young Tripp reacts to the latest videos on crime, drama, news, and so much more. Get ready, because the show's about to start. Let's go.
And that's the part that really ticks me off. The fact that she has a disability and they allow this mess to go down. Regardless of a disability, this should not be happening. But the fact that she has an intellectual disability and these uncivilized mutt parents allowed this mess to go down. That's why they're on Young Tripp Reactions. What do you mean it isn't the first time? Bruh. $500,000 to join a club. Come on now, man. That club better have everything in it to pay that much money. Come and smoke some meth with me. He told minor children that. You know he said more if he said that, y'all. This relative was defending his family, and he's sitting in jail. You know me as an activist that I have to react to something like this. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that fit the channel, post them in my community tab or send it to me over on Instagram. If you have anything personal that you have going on that you may want me to bring some more awareness to, send me a direct message over on Instagram and we can see if it fits the channel or fits something that I want to bring awareness to.
You can also send those things to Young Tripp's Facebook, and make sure you follow him on both those things. All links will be below.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Such a damn shame. Let's get into this. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The first video we're gonna do is father takes his son to the prom wearing a dress. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB or my professional Instagram, because I post over there as well too. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram as well too. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. Let me know if it was an unfortunate, tragic outcome regarding your friend or relative as well too. So of course, so I can join your local activists in the fight for justice for you and your family, as an activist myself. If there was a tragic outcome regarding your loved one. Otherwise, see if your loved one is willing to come on and speak about their incident. and what happened with them if there was not a tragic outcome. Um, if they're not in a situation because they maybe were severely injured or something like that due to the situation and cannot come on and speak, then you can come on and speak for them, or you can give me the information and I can speak on behalf of you guys as a family regarding the situation, along with pulling the public information. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And also make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram, because I post over there as well too. And let's get into this.
My husband surprised his son by taking him. My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom. My husband surprised his son by taking him to the prom.
Don't mess up that makeup, Jagger.
You hear the women in the background?
Let him fall on the floor. Let him fall. Let him fall on the floor. Poor baby. Look out.
The fan and everything.
Oh, Mello's crying. He didn't know his pop was going to be there. He's crying. This is monumental. I know.
This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is horrible.
All right, come on, I need pictures. Excuse me.
I love the kid in this. Let him go. Okay, leaving emotion.
So before I even let Anton talk, I'm gonna say this. I'm not against nobody living the life that they, want to live. I've met people who have, transitioned, wanted to transition, or even have transitioned. I was just even watching a Steve Wilkos episode not too long ago, earlier, right before actually shooting this the first time. I had to actually stop earlier and just redo it. But there was this mom who was like against, her son transitioning, and talking about how not too long ago he even had a girlfriend, all these other different things, and like how she wanted to eventually to have grandkids, and all that. The son claimed that he was just having a girlfriend to cover up everything, whatever. What I say about the people, like, I think he was a bit older though, so than this person here. This person is still in high school. A person that's maybe like into their mid-20s, almost 30 years old, like a person like myself, if that's what they've always been and now they're already 30-something years old or in their late 20s and stuff like that, that's who they probably are, and that's who they probably really always wanted to be. And so then you might as well let them go ahead and do what they want to do at that point. For someone who is like in high school, like this person here, and hasn't even graduated yet, they need more time to figure it out, and you should not be allowing them to transition or be dressing up in dresses and things like that to go to an event like this. I know Anton would say, don't let them do it at all. You can't force people to do what you want them to do, even if they're your kids, or live how you want them to live. What I will say though is if they want to do that and dress like that, leaving to go hang out with their friends and things like that, that is cool. Hey, that's their business. They want to live how they want to live. Now, as a parent, you may not want to go buy them none of the stuff or nothing like that. You say, hey, get your own little job and you can go buy your own little money for that. Hey, I'm with you on that. But when it comes to when we start talking about things like events like prom and all of that, you need to kind of bag up from trying to participate in helping them out with like going to go buy this type of stuff, like a dress, or if it was a woman, men's clothing, and stuff like that. You can support them in other ways, like, hey, I'm here for you, but I'm not gonna go buy you any clothes for that. I'm not gonna be buying you a dress to wear to prom. I'm gonna buy you a suit to wear to prom if you want me to buy it. If you want to wear a dress and you want to buy it, that is your business. But I support you and what you do as a parent. I'm here for you. I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing to you. I may not support this, but you're my child and I love you. But I don't support this, but I support you. And so we can always talk. Um, you know, um, I don't want nothing to happen to you, all that good stuff. But to be to the level that these parents are on, where you're buying his dress and, saying he looked beautiful and all of that, no, 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 no. And the father is even anticipating where he's like, I'll go with you since you can't get a date. Yeah, that's a bit much. I also know Anton also talked about this more even on his after hours show as well too. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family, and let's continue.
Every month, this Airbnb pays about $2,700 in semi-passive income. Now, here's the thing: you don't need to own it.
I love the creativeness. Let it know. Let it go. Okay, moving emotion.
This is absolutely horrible. It's bad in every single way, shape, or form. And it's the reason why I believe that fathers need to have a strong presence throughout their sons' lives, because when they are then raised by their mothers, it is often at times going to end up disastrous. You can hear the women in the background, oh, that means that they've already had an influence on this boy. They've already beat the father, and I'm not sure exactly what the dynamics is. I don't know if he's a, father that, is divorced or whatever, so on and so forth, or whatever the situation is. But this is 1,000% what is happening within the black community. I believe it's what's happening in American culture in general, but there's no way that you would ever, look at this or look at the father just from optics on the outside and be like, you know what? I think that that's the situation that you find yourself in at all. And so when they say, Anton, you too strict, Anton, you need to let them make their own choices, not as long as you under my covering. Not as long as you under my covering, and under no circumstances am I going to validate it. Because the minute that you then validate it or give it permission, because I'm not saying that, eventually that people wouldn't be able to make their own decisions, but how you raise a child, and I truly believe this, how you raise a child and what you put into them in their adolescence is often at times the things that they either going to stick with or come back to. And you absolutely have to stand on business when it comes to what is right and what is wrong. And this is dead wrong in my opinion. And you can say, well, Anton, you don't have to have an opinion about it, because that's what a lot of women will do. And that's what a lot of women say inside the comments of these types of videos. But when you put it out there publicly, for everybody to see, you're basically, you know what I'm saying, opening yourself up not only for criticism, but you can't live in an echo chamber and say, well, you only supposed to see it one way, or we only want to hear it from one group of people. If you go down the comments of this video, it is all, and when I say all, it is 100% women validating this behavior. And when you occasionally see a guy that comments on it, they'll say something like, where's the sun, or something like that, or whatever. Guys, largely, most guys, especially guys that understand traditional culture or stand in the business or is truly rooted in whatever it is that they believe spiritually, they don't rock with this. And so a lot of times you'll see women that is validating this. When we see women or guys that, you know, are going into women's bathrooms or going into women's sports, that is usually being validated by women. And it's validated, you can say, well, some women will say, no, we don't want that, or we don't want this.
Well, a majority of women don't want the men going in the restrooms. There is a video regarding here in Kansas City. I guess I never released it. I think I did record it though, of where Governor Laura Kelly did put in place where you have to use your actual bathroom that you were born with, you know, the gender that you are born as. So like if you're a woman, you have to go use the woman's restroom. If you're a man, you have to use the men's restroom. And then if you don't, that you will be fined like $5,000 or something like that. That Governor Laura Kelly did regarding Kansas. Yeah. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Your best friends are going into women's bathrooms or going into women's sports. That is usually being validated by women. And it's validated, you can say, well, some women will say, no, we don't want that, or we don't want this. They're your best friends. Y'all validate every aspect of their lifestyle. Y'all get dressed around them. Y'all think that these is y'all best friends. Y'all, every woman, almost every woman, even the ones that say I disagree with men and women's sports, will say, yeah, but I got gay friends and all of this other type of stuff. And listen, I'm not going to dehumanize somebody, meaning that I will never tell them that they can't pursue, you know, that you can't make money or you shouldn't be able to work or all of this other type of stuff. But you shouldn't be bringing your lifestyle into the workplace anyway. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be bringing that. But even if you do, you know what I'm saying? If you're great at your job, and it depends on whatever the type of job is, if it's not forward-facing, if it's not affecting the business, I don't really care about that. What I do care about is our cultural norms, because now you have more men than ever that are basically sassy. Their sons are sassy, and then they grow up to believe that this is normal. This is not normal in any way, shape, or form. And you can call me strict. You can say that you're overbearing and all of this type of stuff. But this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is one of the worst things that you can do for your kid, is to validate bad behavior. Brain is not even fully developed. Wearing basically a dress, and now what you can do for your kid is to validate bad behavior. Brain is not even fully developed. Wearing basically a dress, and now you don't see any other men. And this picture, it was all women around that was saying, oh, and let me take a picture, and let me post this to the internet. And they basically said that this is normal. This is why you don't need, in a lot of instances, female leadership, especially when it comes to politics or church. I believe that the black church...
Okay, the whole thing about politics, see, he had to bring up his own personal politics. Anton, nobody wants to hear about your politics. Nobody wants to hear about the person that you support and all that. You trying to go too far left with it. This has nothing to do with that. Let's continue.
It's been infiltrated. This is normal. This is why you don't need, in a lot of instances, female leadership, especially when it comes to politics or church. I believe that the black church has been infiltrated, and that's the reason why you see so many rainbow flags, which goes against the very thing that was said in the Bible of what it was for. You know what I'm saying? It was a covenant between God and man, and he would never flood the earth and eliminate man, wipe out man totally ever again after the floods. And so, you see this nonsense and you see how it's playing out. And men are becoming, they marrying men, they going in women's bathrooms, they turning up at the clubs, they singing in the choirs, it's just bad, bro. It's bad. And you can't validate in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean that you have to dehumanize people, but I will absolutely 100% cut off in every way, shape, or form. 100% cut off if this was ever to play out. Thank God I don't have to deal with this. Thank God that this is not a norm within me. But culturally, this should not be accepted. He seemed like he'd been beat into submission. He also needs to question the mindset of the woman that he married or the woman that he's with. It's just bad. It's bad all the way across the board. I don't agree with it. I'm pretty sure that it's a lot of people that probably do agree with it. But that's why I don't operate in an echo chamber, and I welcome other people's opinions respectfully. But I can't get with it. I can't get with it. I know that Obama, the legacy that he left was largely around the validation and the legalization of a lot of the things that we see that's sassy in society. Since he's been president, I've never been able to get with it. I've never been able to justify it. I've seen Billy Porter dancing next to Biden on the White House lawn. They beat him into submission. If you allow for the devil, if you allow for demons to exist around you long enough, eventually you'll say, you know what? Well, it ain't that bad. That's why I don't even play that game. I don't hang out with people that's like that. I'm not trying to hang out. I'm not trying to validate your experiences. We don't talk that shit in my household. We not doing that at all. You know what I'm saying? We don't stand for that. That's not what we about. And I know that some people will even say, and they'll use the excuse and say, well, what about this sin? Or what about that? What about it? I don't agree with a lot of the things that's happening in the culture and in society. But this one, you know what I'm saying? Again, I think that, us adopting it and making it a cultural norm is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I can't wait to read y'all comments on this one.
Yeah, I'm with Anton. I can't necessarily get with that, with how young, he is. People are allowed to live the life that they want to live once they really become adults and their minds are fully developed. But for him to still be in high school and his family it's one thing to support somebody and say, hey, I got your back either way because I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, and this is what you want to do. And obviously I can't change your mind. All of that is okay. But to be participating in it, going to go buying the clothes and all that, yeah, that's a bit much. If they want to do that, have them get their little own high school job and they can pay for everything connected to that. And then when they become an adult, then it's all their money anyway. So then if they want to go transition and do all that, that is their business. I'm with Anton on that. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message over on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram as well too. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram as well too. If that situation does involve a friend or a loved one, see if they want to come on and tell their story about what happened with them in the police or whoever it was. if they're not in a situation where they can come and speak for themselves, either are no longer here or in a state where they can't, then you as a relative can come on and speak for them, or you can give me the information and I can get the information out that you guys want as a family, and plus pull the public information. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.